YouTube, what up, what up, what up? Alright, so I'm in my truck right now, chilling. So I know y'all wanted to update on that Snyder thing. So, like I told from my last video, I was done being an operator, but I was planning about that. So I ended up going to Snyder. It was Charlotte, North Carolina. I drove down there Sunday. I had already took my trailer back from my previous job to Memphis, and I had drove all the way up to Charlotte. So when I got to Charlotte, I checked in my hotel. Everything was smooth. Day one of orientation, we were supposed to do a truck inspection, and on top of that, you're supposed to be doing videos, watch videos. So I got my truck inspected, and they told me that I need to get my brakes done and my oil pan gasket done, and I need a tire. So I was like, okay, cool. You know, y'all fix all that. Let it come out my check. They were like, oh, nah, you got to get it fixed before you come here. So I was like, well, yeah, I can't fix it. I pay y'all my money so I can, you know, go and start. They were like, nah, we can't work on it until you actually on with the company out of the way. So now I'm fumbling, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So they end up giving me a list of people, list of mechanic shops that I can go to. I end up going to one of the shops that the guy recommended. I dropped my truck off, and at that shop, during orientation now, dropped my truck off at this shop, and then I took an Uber back to the hotel. And so the next day after that, I went back to orientation. You know, I asked the guy, I told the guy that inspected my truck, I was like, hey, you know, there ain't nothing that you can do to where, you know, you'll just work my way in. And that's my baby crying up there. She's crying. But anyway, I said, there's no way y'all can work me in, you know, just to let me slide. You know, I got some mechanics back at the house. They were like, oh, nah, man, we don't even do that. We don't work like that. Cool. So I got quoted for my oil pan gasket. I'm gonna drop that right here. And then I got quoted for my brakes, and I'm gonna drop that right here. And lastly, the tire, you know, the tire was like $500. So I was looking at coming out of between like $4 grand before I even started working. I was literally about to pay that, bro. Man, I went home. I went back to the hotel saying I was kind of depressed. I was upset. I was like, bro, how am I supposed to pay $4 grand before I even start working? And so I prayed about it. You know, I got to talk to Jesus about it. Got to talk to God about it. I prayed about it. Nah. So Wednesday, I had made up in my head. I was like, hey, you know what? Nah, it's over with. I'm not paying that. So I packed up all my stuff during orientation. One of the trainers dropped me off back to my truck. I told the mechanic shop, hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about none of that. You ain't got to fix on nothing. Just get my truck back. So they made me pay $200 for the diagnostics check. So I ended up paying that, got my truck, went back to the hotel, packed up all my stuff, and drove back to Mississippi. So as I was on the Mississippi, I had realized something. I said, hold on. I had met this mechanic when I was down. When I got my truck, he worked at the Penske, and I got his. I remember I found his number. Guess how much he gonna charge me? $250 for the oil pan gasket, and another $250 for the brakes. That's $500 compared to me spending. Of course, I gotta buy the stuff, but you know, that's what I was trying to tell the dude at Snyder, like, I got a mechanic that can fix this. And he was just like, well, it don't work like that. But yeah, so as of right now, man, I'm back at the same company that I was before. That's QFS. And so far, man, I actually got a pretty good week going on right now. So Snyder's still in the air. Once I get this stuff fixed on my truck, they told me I can come back anytime. The recruiter called me herself after I end up almost to Mississippi. She ended up calling me. She was like, hey, I heard your truck didn't pass inspection. I was like, yeah. She was like, well, once you get it fixed, you can always come back. So it's still in the air. What I'm gonna do after I get all this stuff fixed. So I'm getting it fixed next week. So hey, I might be with Snyder. But if y'all like this video, man, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tino out.